who controls the spice controls the universe.
3 seconds. That's all it's been. And I'm lost already. He who controls the spice?
Today, we're taking a look at the flip side.
That's not really helping much at all. Now, I've only watched the first few seconds of this video, but I saw the Earth and space. But it would seem that this video could be about Indian cuisine.
I'm convinced that there's an insulating air pocket in the center of the Earth.
Insulate an air pocket at the centre of the Earth. Hollow Earth. And I've just realised he didn't say spice, he said space. Maybe he's got an accent. Imagine that.
This concept deals with the thermodynamic problem that exists with the notion of a solid, molten core at the center of the Earth.
Now, if I was so inclined, I could spoil the whole video and tell you what he thinks the thermodynamic problem with the Earth having a molten core is. But I won't do that. I'll let him make an idiot of himself, because I don't want to. Well, no more than usual anyway.
And you can see that the inside Agartha, if you'd like, based on the folklore that I've heard, you can see is nested within a ring of magma around the equator area of the Earth.
So, he's mentioned folklore. He's mentioned Agartha, whatever that is, I can't be asked to look it up. And he's mentioned that his molten lava is running nearest the equator. Can you guess where this is going? Ah, too late. Let's just find out.
And that kind of explains part of the reason why it's so hot there.
And there we have it, mystery solved. It's not hottest at the equator because it's actually closest to the sun. It's because that's where all the molten lava is. And anyway, he said a solid molten core. But isn't that a contradiction in terms? Because molten isn't solid?
So this convenient north-south pole can only be delivered through constant flowing of this hot magma.
I'm still gonna melt every city on the planet with liquid hot magma.
Thank you, Dr. Evil. Nice hairstyle, by the way. And it's been bothering me. Molten does, in fact, mean to become liquid.
Liquid hot magma.
In a ring formation such as I'm showing here. This might look a little bit confusing, but what's happening here is I have what's called a front clipping plane. So the camera is basically rigged with kind of like a cutting knife, if you will, that's cutting cross sections as we go to and fro. So yeah, again, here's the simulation stopped.
Hang on just a second, you know, me old China teapot. Are you trying to tell me this isn't real? Do you mean to say that this is CGI?
You can see that on the outside, business as usual. On the inside, you have kind of like an attenuation or thinning out at the poles of the magma, explaining why things are colder at the poles. Unlike dead hollow planets that have lost their spin, the Earth's is alive, producing fire, earth, air, and water. These elements are everywhere, inside and outside of the Earth. Earth, air, fire, and water. As a child, I always had a problem in believing that the Earth was packed with magma.
Magma.
Through and through.
Liquid hot magma.
Earth's water may have originally been formed by chemical reactions deep within the planet's mantle, according to research led by University College Dublin.
Where?
Dublin.
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 Dublin?
Dublin.
Where's Dublin? Might have to look that up. Unless, of course, he means Dublin.
Dublin.
Which is in Southern Ireland.
As you can see by this satellite footage, the Earth is a sphere. So anybody trying to push flat earth theory, it's a true regression in ideologies, so I hope we're past that.
Part of me wants to agree with you, because believing that the earth is flat is indeed a regression back to the days where rocks ruled the world. But in fairness, the idea that the earth is hollow isn't much better.
If the entire center of the spherical earth is just miles and miles of hot magma.
Hot magma.
No, I'm sorry guys, it just doesn't make sense. I'd like to propose a third, more feasible theory that lends itself to both logic and reason. Now, knowing that even if you touch the element of a burner, you're going to singe your hand, there is magma under the earth.
Magma.
But the earth is not made of magma. Now, that being said, what could it be made of?
Cheese? Oh, no, that's the moon.
Here are some experiments done on the Russian space station. The Russian space station is orbiting the Earth currently. Now here you can see that the bubbles within zero-G space eventually coalesce to two master bubbles that basically face off and then coalesce into one giant vacuole of air in the center of a zero-G pocket of water. So that's really interesting.
I agree, it is very interesting, but I really don't see what it has to do with the Earth. Sorry, I know what's coming. I really don't see what it's got to do with the center of the Earth being
Liquid hot magma.
So, I couldn't resist one more. I won't do it again, I promise.
Here you can see electromagnetic forces causing a piece of metal to float. The inner sun is isolated by a pocket of air. Air happens to be an amazing insulator of heat.
I agree, air is an excellent insulator of heat. That's why I always wear a hat, because it's since I lost my hair, my head's freezing all the time. And that's just an induction coil used in the welding industry. It instantaneously heats up two pieces of metal, causing them to fuse together. Now everyone who watches my channel knows I am no scientist. I do not claim to be a scientist. But even I know this stuff. It's not difficult, mate. Maybe you should go back to school. Maybe a nice university. May I suggest the University of Dublin?
Why are there gravity spikes pulling satellites and debris in areas of Antarctica? The Earth is not only alive, but it has a magnetic soul. So yes, there is an Agartha. I don't know what's inside. I'm not going to pretend to know whether there's like...
But you are pretending to know. You've made a 3D model and everything.
You know, low gravity giant beings such as dragons and other things of folklore. Again, there's a center sun that you can see, and around it is a ring of magma.
Center sun, giant beings. I thought he said beans, but it's beings. He must have an accent.
I'll attach some links from this video below so you can do your own deductive research.
Now for once I did actually go into his comment section and have a look. And I'm glad I did, because this is the only video on his channel. He's got 22 subscribers and just over 5,000 views. And these were the top 4 comments that I came across. AJM says, great, really enjoying your new comedy channel. Best laugh I've had today, keep up the comedy. Sky Wizardness just came to say that your 3D model is beautiful, really well done. Which it is, I've got to agree. The concept is obviously ludicrous, proper batshit crazy stuff, but it is very pretty. Ray Fighter, dude, if I understand right, you are a developer of this visualization tool. Focus on that one and forget this Hollow Earth nonsense. And Oz FPV Flyer says, ordinary ignorance can be repaired, other stupidity can't be helped and can be forgiven. But willful ignorance cannot be fixed, and willful stupidity cannot be forgiven. So I think the general theme there is that people are seeing this video for exactly what it is. A gigantic joke. Because it has to be. Right?
I'm just starting out, so I'm gonna have a lot of giveaways for my Patreon site. Really cool stuff that are gonna provide experience more than anything.
I gotta be honest, when I started my channel, I thought I should maybe wait at least 18 months between videos as well. Because after all, you don't want to overwhelm people and make them get bored of you, do you?
I invite you to break out of your mold and challenge yourself to subscribe to me. Otherwise, if you want to win a free t-shirt, we're going to get into some geeky stuff, but including this real-time free 3D model of the Hollow Earth. So yes, you heard it here. If you're into FBX and you're looking for a 3D model for freeze, subscribe to my Patreon account, because my next post is going to be a free FBX giveaway.
Did he just say free giveaway? I'm there.
Of the Hollow Earth and all of its textures.
Textures. I like this guy.
This was Dionysius calling you. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to our next session. I love you.
I can't understand why this channel has only got one video and 22 subscribers though.
Like and subscribe or I'll quit making videos.
That might explain it. Maybe that's what I've been going wrong this whole time. I haven't actually threatened you yet, have I? And obviously there's nothing like starting off a YouTube channel with a positive mind state, is there? Like and subscribe or I'll quit making videos. Because I've made this one now, so obviously I'm going to be the next PewDiePie. So if I'm not rich and famous within 2 weeks, I'm just not going to make any more videos. Guys. Because all YouTubers have to say guys. Right, you lovely lot, that's it for this video. Sorry it's a little bit short and sweet, but I'm going on holiday on Friday, so I need to start recording Friday's video right now, and it's already getting late. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Massive thank you to all my Patreons as always. Your names will be down in the description. And yeah, I'm out here so I can crack on with Friday's video. Take care guys, and I'll see you all soon. Probably Friday. Bye. I can't understand why this guy's only got one video and 22... I can't understand why this channel has only got one video and 22 subscribers.